Hey, my name is Austin Reams with the City of Thomasville, and we're starting a brand new video series called Can You Do My Job?, where we go around to different services the city offers to see if I have what it takes to do other people's jobs in the city. First up, we're with Thomasville Fire Rescue, and we're at the fire training facility to see what's up. Everybody, when they're little, they want to grow up to be a fireman, and some succeed. We got Chief Tim Connell here. How long have you been a fireman? How long have you been chief? And then let's just talk about where we're at. So,
I actually became a fireman in 1984, so I've been a fireman for quite some time.
So you were 7 years old.
Yeah, somewhere there close. I've been with Thomasville for 22 years now, and I've been the fire chief for Thomasville for going on 3 years.
You're going to take me through some training. Tell me about the training today.
Today we're going to put you through some training and quick dressing and you know, go through the maze and ladder climbs and just the things that we do as a trainee that's usually the last 8 weeks.
I see you smiling over here. This training is not going to be easy, is it?
It is not. We're going to have fun with this, but it is extremely difficult mentally and physically. I expect you to struggle some, and but we're gonna have fun. But you know, it's going to show you everyone what it's like to be a trainee.
All right, let's go do it.
All right.
First things first, I got to look the part. Each firefighter has 2 minutes to get dressed. I also have to understand what Assistant Chief Dukes is saying. Sounds easy, right?
All right, Austin. So first thing is turnout gear familiarization. One of the things that we have to do as a firefighter is be able to get dressed within 2 minutes. That's all turnout gear on, pants, coat, gloves, pneumatic tools, face piece, air pack, breathing air with a helmet on. No skin showing. The reason for quickness is NFPA recommends that we be out of the station within 90 seconds on a fire call. That's why we do this so much, is to repetition makes perfect, right?
Yep.
The more we do it, the better you get. The less apt you are to forget something. Stop, watch out. On my mark. On your march, get ready, set, go. Harper done at 1:21. Bannister's done at 1 minute 40 seconds.
Now?
Yep. There it is. Hayes is done in 1:54. Coleman's done in 1:59.
Gonna do that all the way. All right, so this you gotta go on. There you go.
There we go.
Good job. 4 minutes 26 seconds.
That's right. The house is already burned down.
He did good for his first time. That's probably the average time for the first time somebody not ever attempting to quick dress. But what we're going to do is we go through, we will expand, we will do this multiple times a day to get him under the 2 minute requirement.
It's very hard. You know, like there's just so much gear to put on so fast. And just to do the little things, sometimes this stuff is so heavy. So it's all the details, just you snapping these buttons and trying to do it fast. It's difficult.
Okay, Austin, it's time to do our ladder climb. At 80 degrees, it's actually 100 foot off the ground. The purpose of the ladders, we use it for elevated master streams. We can flow 2,000 gallons of water out the bucket. The reason we have to climb it is we have to rotate people in and out. And if we're in a firefighting situation, I can't set the bucket on the ground and then elevate it back up. So we have to be prepared to climb the bucket at any given time. So if you're ready, we'll get you in a level 2 harness. We got a safety line already attached to the ladder. I got a fall arrest system. We'll go over that in case you trip or panic or something and you let go of the rungs, it will catch you to keep you from falling all the way to the ground.
I like living. I really do.
We like
so,
you
yeah,
live. We like
yes.
you to live too.
Yes,
so
yes, so
we're gonna do
good.
all the safety precautions we can to keep you safe.
Thank you.
Reed, what are you doing?
I'm afraid of heights. Okay, so if climbing the ladder is part of passing the class, this is a big fail. Next up is hose work. I'm hoping to redeem myself here.
All right, Austin, we're gonna do a hose advancement. We got a simulated hallway set up where we're gonna maneuver some specific spots. As we go down and you get where you have to make a left or right hand turn, you got to communicate that back to your team that's helping you hump hose going through the building. You got to tell them you're making a left hand turn. That way they know to manage the pinch point. When you make the next turn, you got to tell them you're making another turn. That way they can steadily be moving and following up to make the hose advancement so much easier on you. Coming off a fire truck, we run about 120 psi. A water hose is probably 1 or 2 psi. At that big around, this hose is 1 3/4 inches in diameter, flowing 175 gallons of water a minute.
And what a clamp side allows me to do is to use my whole body to move this hose, so I'm not just pulling it with my arms or pulling it with my legs. So I want my foot into the ground here and my hand on the opposite side. So what this does is this gives me good structure here, right? If I'm here on this side, then I'm always tilting to one side, right? Again, I have plenty of hose out in front of me, okay? So when I move this hose, I'm gonna step forward with my foot, my hand's gonna move forward like this, and I'm gonna push my hips through to move this hose, okay? So I'm moving it with my leg and my hips. My whole body is helping me move this hose.
Here.
Left
like
hand,
this?
so right hand on the ground, left foot on the ground.
Yep.
Ready to move whenever you're ready.
All right. Somebody want to give me a go here?
3, 2, 1, go!
Left hand turn! Right hand turn! Right hand turn!
Bumping up.
Oh, I got to back out.
Backing out.
Oh, goodness. Inward thought. Going forward was hard enough. Now I got to back out? It's high. I ain't even been in a fire. It's high. All right.
You all right?
I'm good.
All right.
Tell me how bad I did. What I do wrong?
Now you did good.
All right.
You did good.
Okay, let's get caught up. I got dressed, not in time, but Chief Dukes calls me average, so I'll take it. The ladder climb was a fail. Hose work was better, but now it's about to get real.
All right, so Austin, here we are at the maze. This is where we do our search and rescue techniques. The importance of search and rescue is we arrive on scene and somebody's trapped in a house or somebody can't get out of a house due to a disability or what have you. Our assignment may be to go in and do a primary search, which is a quick, fast, rapid search of the structure. All right, we're gonna go in there and demonstrate a left and right hand wall search, show you the techniques on how to transverse down a hallway and furniture and things like that. Communication, again, is very important. You'll be in zero visibility. So as we talked about earlier, talking louder in your mask so that your teammate can understand what you're saying is where this is going to come into play at. Our objective today is to find a child and then remove the child from the structure.
Very good. All right, what's my safety word like?
Help.
Get me out here.
Help.
I may need a little bit of, I'm going to have to cheat, y'all.
You don't like that zero out?
All right. Just remember we're right here.
Yep.
Nothing's gonna happen to you. Nice. Alright, I'm on this some kind of door. Going to the left.
Speed up, man.
Right hand.
The blackout is very real because you're hot and it's cramped and you're trying to do what you're trying to get down the wall as fast as you can, and when you take away a sensory you're used to relying on, it's awful. So I mean, it was very much like, I mean, I still kind of was cheating a little bit, I'll be honest with you. I kind of had it up here like that, and just kind of to be getting in those cramped areas, you know, you really got to be pretty strong mentally to get through it and not think about it. And once I started down that road, you know, once you think about it, I was like, you know what, I'm not a hero. Time out.
Like I said earlier this morning, it's mental as much as it is physical.
It is very, very mental.
Yeah.
Golly.
Believe it or not, training does weed out
I believe
quite a few.
I believe it. I believe it.
We've had several in the last few months that made it 3 days into training and says, you know what, firefighting is not what I want to do.
Yeah. I get this very confined space, and it's hard not to.
And you're tall.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't. You know, you don't know what you don't know until you get in it.
Well, you think about it. Every house we go to, we've never been into.
Yeah.
And we have no idea the layout.
Yeah.
So you asked about bumping your heads. We've all bumped our heads on some wall, or I've been in a closet, you know, thinking, where am I at? All right, yeah, this is our 2-story burn building, so we actually do live fire training. We take wooden pallets, set them on fire. First of all, they learn the stages of fire, and then they get used to pulling hose and getting used to the heat and wearing their equipment in darkness and whatnot. Yeah, this is the basis. You know, if you can be a firefighter or not, you've got to learn to adapt to the total darkness. You've got the heat because your body it's this much heat and you're exhausted, you're tired, your mind's saying, this is not where I need to be. So it's a mental thing that you have to work through, and this is the only place you can do that. You can't do it anywhere else. You have to have the heat, you have to have the total darkness, and you have to have the physical exertion to all put together to, you know, for you to work through it, because in real life, this is what it's about. Getting in a house fire, going in and putting the fire out and or saving a life. And, you know, if you've got to be mentally strong because someone's life really depends on it.
Yeah.
So, Austin, can you do our job?
No, I cannot. Did you see the look of panic in my eyes when that thing, like, you've seen that before?
So we learned something about Austin, that he's claustrophobic. He doesn't like to have anything over his face. But again, you know, we just put you through several hours. We put you in the maze, we put you in the burn building. You adapted best you could. I mean, you knew your mind was...
very nice of you to say. Yeah.
But again, when you're going through as a recruit, it's days, weeks before we put you in those environments. We put you in the packs and your turnout gear every day, so you get used to it before we put you in those stressful situations. Today, we put you literally into the fire.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
I've always had respect for firefighters, but going through this, you really have I've gained even a higher level of respect. They go through a lot, they train a lot, they're in really bad conditions. They go to dangerous situations and train for dangerous situations to help us. So whole new level of respect for our firefighters. Hey, we're gonna do this again. There's a lot of jobs that the city has, so I don't know where I'm gonna be next, but stay tuned. We'll see you soon.